My name is William Southworth, and I'm the curator for Southeast Asian art at the Rijkmuseum. And I'm here to talk about a stone sculpture of Manjushri, a Buddhist deity from the temple of Candi Pleosan in central Java. The stone it's made of is a volcanic stone, and central Java is famous for it has huge volcanoes, and the stone is actually from the volcano. And Candi Pleosan is on the lower slopes, if you like, of a volcano called Mount Merapi. And the stone is very probably from the eruption, a former eruption of Mount Merapi. As you can see, the sculpture has been damaged. And very often people think, well, people ask, is that the result of political conflict or religious iconoclasm? But actually, most of the damage on Central Javanese sculptures is really the result of earthquakes and time. And in this case, the sculpture has at some point fallen forwards. And the damage on the legs is just impact damage. And that has broken also the hands in front of the chest and the arms. And it's also hit the head. But in this case, the whole top of the sculpture has broken. So the head has fallen off with the back slab as well. And this is actually very typical of the kind of damage you see on sculptures from this period. And it has a right to be a little bit damaged because it's about 1200 years old. Manjushri is a bodhisattva who is, if you like, a future Buddha. Within certain schools of Buddhism, you have not just the historical Buddha, Siddhartha Gautama, but also a whole series of Buddhas stretching back into the past and into the future. And these are depicted as if heavenly beings, often as depicted as a prince with a lot of jewelry, a lot of ornamentation, and in this case he has a strange type of breast ornament with two straps and a big panel in front. He also has at the top 5 hair curls twisted into a kind of spiral on top of his head, and behind the neck there's also a crescent shape. And these are all ornaments that you would associate with a young man, so an adolescent in fact. One question we're often asked is, what were the hands, what was the position of the hands? And we can tell from the remains on the chest that the gesture was a gesture called the Dhammachakra Mudra, and it's basically this gesture. It's called the turning of the wheel of the law, and it symbolizes the beginnings of the Buddhist cycle of redemption and of release from earthly suffering. So it's a very symbolic gesture. It's usually a gesture that's made by the actual Buddha himself or by the future Buddha Maitreya. So we're still discussing as to actually the true identity of this image. This was one of a series of sculptures that was sent to the Society in 1931 from the Oude Kundigedienst from Netherlands, India, which is the archaeological service of the Dutch East Indies. And they were, at the time, restoring many of the monuments of Central Java. And this was one which could not be fitted back onto the temple. So it was sent to us in 2 pieces, in 2 crates, And we're very honored to be able to display the complete sculpture here today.